Hello, everybody. I'm wow. I'm in Cameroon right now, but I would like to tell you about the difficult trip I had to get here, especially through Nigeria. Okay, so perhaps not everybody knows that to enter Nigeria, of course, you need a visa, and it's practically impossible to get it along the way, because they only give this visa to local people. Indeed, I tried in Bamako, the capital of Mali, sorry, and in Ouaga, the capital of Burkina Faso, and both times, yeah, they refused it. So I still managed to get a visa through a friend of mine who lives in Lagos, and it was a visa on arrival, but it was a special trick. It was like a fake, they issued like a fake air ticket. So although I entered by land, from the border, I had to be escorted, and I had to pay for that escort to the airport, as if I just arrived by airplane. Okay, and so that wasn't easy, but I still managed, and in the end was reasonably smooth. I stress that this is practically, for many people, it's impossible to enter Nigeria, and so that's why many people avoid it altogether, and they fly, for example, from Cotonou to Cameroon, or they take a boat from Abidjan. They actually ship their vehicle from Abidjan to Angola or some other destination. So, but somehow I entered Nigeria, but the difficulty to get in a way, also it kind of matched the difficulty to get out. So many people, of course, with a vehicle, they go by land, and there are like three possible points. One, it's closed right now because there are issues with Cameroon, and the other two places, one is in the center and one is further north, they are both pretty difficult. One is a very difficult road, especially in the rainy season, and it was like a question mark on the safety after the border itself, because there are gangs, bandits, that kind of stuff, so there is also the north border. The north border is apparently easier, at least the road is easier, but after the border, the road was a big question mark. And in order to go from the south of Nigeria up to the north border and then down to the capital of Cameroon is Yaoundé, is 2,000 kilometers. So in the end, what I did was to take my chances and go to the south coast of Nigeria, and in a small town called Oron, and take a speedboat, a small speedboat, like 6-7 meters, and organized by myself a trip across the sea to the first town in Cameroon. It was a little bit of a hustle, but in the end, with the help of the immigration officer, I managed to get you can see here, have a look at the background. Have a look at the background. Have a look at the background. And so I managed to organize this trip, and I managed to stamp the passport and to stamp out my vehicle documents as well for customs. And in the end, the speedboat was pretty easy. It was 3 hours trip, but we were stopped along the way 7 times, and my travel mates, there were 3 Cameroonians with me, they had to pay bribes all the time to each, it was police, army, navy, customs, 7 different blocks along on the sea. And but because all my documents were fine, both passport and vehicle, luckily I didn't have to pay anything. Of course, I had to pay for the speedboat, which was $125, yeah. And but it was definitely worth it, because I did everything all together in a couple of days, and as I said, I avoided this kind of difficult trip north to cross the border. So, wasn't too tiring in the end. It was a little bit of an odyssey, let's say, an adventure. And so now I'm in Cameroon, and what's interesting is that as you go further and further south, all the nature gets greener and greener. Nigeria and Cameroon are kind of similar, very, very green, and but my trip started to change when I went from Mali and Burkina Faso. I started to go south into Ghana. Ghana started to be more forest and jungle and much greener, whereas further up north was much drier. So this was the story of my Nigerian crossing, okay? And next is going to be Cameroon. So if you like these videos and these reports, thumb up and follow me. Thank you, and see you next.